Sanders was on the field. He was the star quarterback. He was featured on national television every week.
And I think that's incredibly unfair to the young man.
Shedeur Sanders completely disproved all of your preconceived notions about NFL contracts. And he accomplished it as a rookie in the 5th round. He's forcing the league to reconsider money, power, and player compensation with his audacious prime equity move. This is a disturbance. Finally, it is. Something crazy was going on in Cleveland while everyone was preoccupied with first-round quarterbacks and their $100 million salaries. Shedeur Sanders, a 5th-round rookie, was surreptitiously signed by the Browns to a 4-year contract worth $4.6 million. It appeared to be a typical rookie deal on paper. However, Shedeur was executing a scheme so audacious behind closed doors that NFL front offices were in complete panic mode. The league wronged him, the league made an effort to discipline him and his dad. Because this was a chess move, not just a contract. Shedeur entered the negotiation like a CEO, whereas other rookies were only trying to get on the squad. Prime equity was something he introduced. And the league didn't anticipate that. Last. You see, throwing touchdowns isn't the only factor that determines prime equity. It concerns everything else you have with you. Your name, your merchandise, your content, your narrative, your audience, and your impact. It is the notion that a player's worth extends well beyond the pitch. And Shedeur turned the tide on the NFL with that notion. Let's dissect this as well.
Browns offense going up against the Browns' first-team defense. The quarterback competition is very much going to reveal itself.
Shedeur may have been picked 144th overall, but he came to the table with more brand power than most first-rounders. He wasn't just a quarterback. He was already a fully functioning media machine. He had YouTube vlogs, Twitch streams, Instagram lives, nil deals, merch lines, you name it. While other players were prepping for interviews, Shedeur was monetizing every second of his journey. And that's what made his contract negotiation so different. He didn't just want to get paid to play, he wanted to get paid to exist as a cultural force. According to inside reports, there's a mock contract clause, and this part will blow your mind.
To the 5th round and are perceived as a first-round quarterback. You are on thin ice.
Clause 8. 1. Prime equity incentives and media rights addendum. It's a game changer. If Shedeur's content across YouTube, Instagram, and Twitch racks up 10 million views during the season, he unlocks a $2 million bonus. He keeps full ownership of all his behind-the-scenes content, docuware, live streams, all of it. The NFL doesn't touch it. He gets 20% of every piece of team merchandise that features his name or his approved branding. And the wildest part is a legendary equity match clause, which gives him the option to co-invest in the team's future media ventures. Think about that. This is a rookie contract that's built like a tech startup deal. Ownership, revenue splits, and band bonuses based on media engagement. That's unheard of in the NFL. And yet, it fits Shedeur perfectly.
Put a cap on it, but right now there's so many issues.
Because when he was still in college, he was already making serious nil money. Some estimates say players like him made more than $2 to $3 million per year just from brand deals, merch, and appearances. And now he's bringing all of that into the NFL. Not just hoping to get playing time, he's bringing audience attention with him. That's the prime equity effect. It's not a formal clause in the CBA yet, but it's already being used as a weapon of leverage. It represents a shift in how value is calculated. The Browns didn't just draft a quarterback. They bought into a brand, a movement, and the NFL isn't ready for it.
Was out on Shedeur Sanders came from a lot of people that a lot of people trust and people think that are credible. I also think that Dion can't believe and doesn't believe that his son would do some of the things.
Because if Shedeur can successfully pull this off, other players are going to follow, especially those with major nil deals and fan bases. If rookies start demanding their college nil earnings as a baseline, the league's entire contract structure could collapse. But that's the whole point. Shedeur isn't here to follow tradition. He's here to build something bigger. He's not chasing football contracts. He's creating assets, digital ones, cultural ones, long-term income generating, brand-driven assets. And that's what makes prime equity so dangerous and so brilliant.
World transgressions, though they obviously could be life-threatening, not only for Shedeur, but obviously for others.
While most rookies are out here stressing over depth charts and hoping they don't get cut in training camp, Shedeur is out here stacking views and collecting direct deposits. This man's got YouTube vlogs with cinematic editing, IG lives that. Pull in thousands of viewers like it's a Saturday night concert, and Twitch streams that feel more like brand activations than game footage. And guess what? Every single bit of that is monetized. So, what does all this mean for the NFL? Well, it's their worst nightmare.
In this draft, trying to figure out why this young man slid from we all thought he was going to be at worst.
Why? Because Shedeur's deal exposes how outdated the entire NFL contract model is. Players used to get paid strictly based on yards, touchdowns, and Pro Bowls. That was the formula. But now, players are coming in with followers, engagement rates, and YouTube analytics. And if you think Shedeur is the only one, think again, because other players are watching. They're seeing that nil money was real, and that maybe, just maybe, they don't have to give that up the second they got bro. That's terrifying for NFL owners because, for the first time ever, the power is shifting. Before moving forward, subscribe to the channel for more information. Let's talk about leverage. Here's the scary part for these teams. Shedeur doesn't need the NFL to make money at all. The league needs him more than he needs it. Think about that.
He's a rookie. And by the way, while you're looking at him, you also want to see what Dylan Gabriel will bring to the table.
He already has the brands, the buzz, and the loyal fan base. The brands follow players now, not teams. So when Shedeur moves, millions watch, millions engage, and that's the kind of attention franchises use to control. But not anymore. Even the media middlemen, the ESPNs, the Fox Sports, they're not essential anymore. Shedeur can go direct to fan anytime he wants. Fire up a stream, drop a video, release some exclusive behind-the-scenes content, and boom, instant engagement.
Out and piece together why that happened, but I got no problem with Deion defending his son.
And when the Browns signed him, they didn't just get a quarterback. They got a content machine, a marketing engine, and a cultural spark plug. Every time his name trends, it's free press for Cleveland. When's the last time a fifth-round pick brought this much media heat? We're not as good individually. You were better collectively. Let's be clear, this isn't just a cool story about a rookie shaking up the NFL. This is a cultural reset, a straight-up shift in how we see athletes in 2025. Because when Coach Prime, aka Shedeur Sanders, said, "We don't sign contracts, we build legacies," he wasn't trying to sound deep for the cameras. He was telling the league exactly what time it is, and Shedeur, he listened.
Shedeur's not in Boulder anymore.
What Shedeur Sanders is doing right now isn't just athlete empowerment. It's athlete ownership. Prime equity isn't a buzzword. It's a new blueprint. It says, I'm not just here to play ball. I'm here to control my name, my likeness, my audience, and my income streams. It's turning the athlete into the product, the platform, and the producer all at once. And the wild part, Shedeur is not even asking for permission. He's doing it.
Matters. His real legacy, it's not the business, it's everything that he has taught his children.
While traditional rookies walk into the league hoping for playing time and praying their agent negotiated a decent bonus, Shedeur pulled up like a media CEO wearing cleats. He's not chasing legacy through stats. He's building legacy through assets. His YouTube, his docu-series, his merch lines, and his Twitch streams aren't hobbies. They're revenue channels. He's creating long-term digital assets that don't depend on touchdowns. That's not just smart, it's disruptive. And now the NFL is sweating because here comes the real question. What happens if other players start demanding this same model? He's owned his own business for the past 40 or so years. Franchises may have to reinvent themselves as media companies just to stay competitive. GMs won't just be evaluating tape. They'll be sitting in meetings with brand consultants and content strategists. And the NFL, it won't just be fighting with the NBA or college football anymore. It'll be going head-to-head with YouTube, Twitch, and Netflix for the attention and loyalty of the next generation of athletes and fans. Because Shedeur doesn't need the league for money or reach, he brings his own. The Browns didn't just draft a quarterback. They signed a one-man content empire. Every post, every interview, every off-field moment brings attention to the franchise. That's not just valuable, it's irreplaceable. So, yeah, the NFL just got decoded. And if this model catches fire, prime equity won't be a wild idea, it'll be the new norm. Because Shedeur Sanders isn't just building a football career, he's building a system, a movement, a legacy. And the craziest part, this is just the beginning. Like this video and subscribe to the channel to get more updates on